Yeah, this shit gonna be hard. This shit gonna be hard. This shit gonna be hard. This shit gonna be hard.
It's about time. No breaks. Your opinion, not facts. Got the right place. Debates. Can't wait. Leave it all on the floor. Pump fakes, ankle breaks, tomahawks. Send the crowd off. It's a short shot on Mardi Gras, not just ball. This is more life. Where you at, Sal? Address bullshit. Peace so mellow. Big 3 shit. Hit subscribe. Skip Shannon A. Smith. This a new vibe. So on point. Spread it worldwide. Powerful front and center about to go live. 5, 4, 3, 2, zone. Bro Nation. Welcome home.
Yes. Bro Nation Hoops, Bro Nation Hoops, Hoopers. What's good, man? Your boys are back.
Yes, sir.
Bro Nation Hoops in the building.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. We here for the recap. Y'all know what it is, man. 2021, 2022 NBA season is over. Golden State Warriors crown champion. We're going to get into all that later. But y'all know, of course, I got to introduce my bros, man. I'm happy to be back in the den. I got my bro Peas on the left. What up, bro?
What's going on, bros? How y'all feeling, man?
Yes, sir,
We
man.
back for the recap, man. How y'all doing, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. And, of course, I got my bro Chino to the right. What up, bro?
What's up, baby? What's up, my brothers? How y'all doing, man?
Man, the energy is on 1,000 in here
Yes, sir.
tonight, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's draft night.
Trying to stay still. I keep fidgeting. I'm trying to relax, you know what I mean?
It's a lot going on in the league right now. It's draft night, 2022 NBA draft. Dreams about to come true tonight.
Yes, sir.
Lifelong goals and all that stuff.
The Suits is crazy. I was watching the joint earlier. The Suits is even crazier than last year.
It get crazy and crazy every year, man.
Boys went from baggy to tight to now
So got stuff hanging off the joint. Like,
everything.
man got fish hooks on them. I don't know what that was I seen on there, man.
that's-
Y'all will know what I'm talking about in a minute.
Yes, sir, man. So we gonna get into all that stuff too. We got Chino, watching the draft. We gonna give y'all some news, during the joint. Orlando got the #1 pick. I think OKC #2, and then the Rockets #3.
Yeah.
So that top 3 pick gonna be good. But
I'm looking out for that. I'm really looking out for that #1 pick though. Cause shout out to my man G.
Word.
He's an Orlando fan, and he's panicking right now, hoping that they get Paolo. So I'm watching that for you, baby.
right, shout out G, man.
And G still an Orlando fan?
You feel me?
That's dedication there, boy. That's loyalty. I'll give him that.
Yeah, G, you get one of them, G, man, for holding it down, bro. You get that. No, but man, shout out to all the guys that's about to, into their dreams, man.
Yeah, man.
But before,
On a real note, that's real major, bro.
yes, sir.
Take a lot of sacrifice to get to that, man.
Before we get into this NBA talk, though, bros, I got, how we do. We got to do a check. And we ain't seen each other in a minute. Bro Nation Who's been on a little hiatus. But we've been chilling. We still been giving y'all content and all that stuff. You feel me? But the 3 bros is here together. Chino, what's up with you, bro? Anything new?
Hey, man, ain't too much, man. Other than my baby girl that I always talk about, she just recently turned 1 during our little hiatus. And that was a beautiful moment for me. Beautiful day, Still dad life to the fullest. Still growth focus. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out my avenues and figure out my little way through this thing. You feel me?
Word. It's definitely a journey.
Yeah.
Parenthood is definitely a journey. Father's Day just passed. We'll get into all that a little bit later.
Right.
Keys, what's good with you, bro?
Yeah. Nothing much, nothing new. Anything like Chino was saying, still over here, being a great father, I would hope. I mean, all my kids would say.
Word.
Absolutely.
Hopefully a good husband too, wife.
Word. Hey, bro, we all good husbands.
Hey, bro, did you see him adjust the joint as
You peeped that. You Look, I ain't know nobody else peeped that. So
I should have left it alone. My
Word.
bad. My bad, bro.
Yeah. But no, man, life's great right now, man. Getting used to being a homeowner thing and all that.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? Got a lot of little projects I did already to the home and all that.
Facts. Let me tell y'all who was for the, because we done been to this man's crib.
Word.
He got every piece of equipment that you might need for any type of home improvement.
Right.
Both of these guys actually.
Right.
This one builds houses. You know what I mean, it's a lot going on over here.
All that.
Facts.
But yeah,
Facts.
shout out to my bros, man.
Yeah.
Facts, man. Let us know if you need something.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
One call away, bro. You got it. Whatever
Absolutely.
you need.
Word, man.
What's up with you, girl? What's going on with you?
Chilling, bro. Same old, same old. You know what I mean? Trying to do the same thing, picking it back and off of what y'all said, because we all in the same kind of situation. So just trying to remain being a great dad. you know, enjoying life and a great husband to my wife. I mean, just moving through life.
You recently had a graduate too, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. My 14-year-old graduated from middle school. I mean, I put the shotgun. That's the wrong button. That's for any of y'all high school dudes out there. That's
So it actually was the right button.
Right. So yeah,
being the right button.
Congrats to my 14-year-old, man. She moving on to high school. I got my 11-year-old moving to the 7th grade. So yeah, we moving, man.
Good, man.
Yes, sir, man. Things changing around here though, bro.
Yeah, man.
Changing around here, but we good. We adapt.
Yeah, for sure. You got to, man.
Great dads adapt. You feel me?
That's what it's about.
So you know, besides all that, let's jump into some of this recap. I mean, this recap episode. So I just want to figure out what y'all thought about the 2021-2022 NBA season in the whole.
Yeah.
Then we can jump into these finals that was fire this year. So
yeah.
I'm gonna start with Peas, bro. What you take away from this season, 2021-2022 NBA season?
So like you said, we'll jump into the finals later on, but I guess overall, I mean, for all the hoopers y'all been watching throughout the season with us, y'all know I started the season off with a Lakers hat on. And I strictly had that because I was so excited for my boy Melo, man, thinking he was gonna make the playoffs finally and make a run with LeBron. But and to be honest with y'all, hoopers, like, well, every Lakers game played the last month of the season, I ain't watched one Lakers game. I still scoreboard watching and everything, but as far as like watching the actual game, I couldn't tolerate it no more, man.
It's tough on you, huh?
Straight, and I'm in there sweating and all that watching. I just couldn't do it no more, man.
Understandably, bro.
Word.
That was horrible,
man.
bro.
So,
that was terrible.
That was a tough one, bro.
Yeah, but on another note, you know what I mean? I still got my boys Mavs on. We ain't make it all the way, but man, they had a hell of a run, man. Hell of a run.
Yo, y'all showed some real promise for the future.
Yeah.
Y'all get another one or two guys that go with Luka.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be a problem for sure.
My bad.
But overall, the season, man, I think it was a really good season, though. I think it was a really good season.
Any standouts for them season besides from your team?
Definitely, my young boy Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. I think they surprised a lot of people.
Facts,
man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and I just think they started something. They got a foundation of something that they can build off and keep. I think they're gonna be like one of the next, maybe not top 4 teams, but they're gonna be in the playoff run for the next couple of years now with that foundation they got, that youth.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna be exciting to see. Mm-hmm. Chino, I'm gonna go over to you, bro. What you think about this past season that just happened?
I was sitting here thinking about this when you was asking Peas and while he was talking. For me personally, I'm a Bulls fan, so that's my focus. And for me, I would call this season a beautiful nightmare.
Ooh, I like that.
And I really just put that together because it's so much potential in Chicago based on what we put together and what it looked like when it was fully assembled.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the beautiful part. But the nightmare was that you got to wonder if we can relive that or have that same success next season. We hope we keep guys. Zach is up for his contract is up. You know what I mean? He's shopping around.
Right.
So that's the nightmare part of it, of what could have happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we had been able to capitalize on the moment of what this season was. But other than that, as far as the NBA as a whole, man, it was great. It was up and down. LeBron wasn't a guarantee to be a champion.
I like it.
You had so many different people coming up and making themselves feel like they could really do something in the league and like making names for themselves. This was a good, refreshing season for the NBA, I would say.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. Autumn. You know what's gonna happen years was kind of over this year.
Yeah.
I think, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I think this might be the first year in a while where I was like, I don't know who's gonna win it.
Right.
I really didn't know. Of course, in the beginning of the year, I think a lot of us said the Warriors, but I guess the season progressed and all that. Like, I was really looking like, man, I don't know, Boston a problem, Miami a problem, Philly was a problem at one point.
Yep.
Yeah. And to add to that, you got to see who was like real basketball heads and who was just talking off what the NBA is in the mainstream. You know what I mean? Which is what they used to the NBA being able to say, "Oh, I know he doing this whole time. This man is having a horrible season." You know what I mean? Or it's somebody that's way better than him, but his name ain't the same as his. So you got to see who really was paying attention, who really know what they talking about. And that was fun.
Yeah, I agree, man. Shout out to Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards. Like P said, man, them boys really gave us something to look forward to. I always said when I was a little younger, when I get older than the guys that's playing that, I'm a probably start drifting away from the NBA. But they make it exciting, bro. They make it hard to leave. Guys like Luka, guys like Trae Young, guys like Ja, guys like all them guys, man. They make it hard for you to watch the game that you love. So
facts.
I'm excited for the future, bro. My team just picked up Jeremy Grant. I know y'all heard that. Shout out to my boys. That's a big pickup draft night tonight. So we got the number 7 pick. Got a few assets we can go after. So I'm excited for the future, bro.
Look, I got a question for y'all because we still on the regular season right now. So I think it was Jokic that won the MVP again, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, of course I think they lost in the first round. I guess you say again. So how y'all feel about that regular season MVP award? Y'all think that's, I don't want to say watered down, but like, y'all think it should be considered like just strictly regular season MVP, like not MVP of the league? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna let you go, Chino.
I do think it should be, just it. I think it is regular season, just the best player of the regular season. But I don't think in the way the NBA is today that the MVP is such a outstanding award because it's so many people that would have great arguments to have won MVP. Like any other guys that was up there would not be wrong as a choice. You get what I'm saying? Whereas previous years, like if this man don't get MVP, then it's a crime. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that this year. So I think it's watered down in that sense. But I don't really want to use the word watered down because the MVP of the NBA is still
you still put up numbers.
MVP of the NBA.
That's a long season, bro. 82 games. I think you gotta reward somebody for being the best out of those 82 games. But I think they should strictly call it, in regular season MVP. And then, finals MVP is, I guess he was the best player in the league the whole. Would y'all think that? I don't know,
not necessarily.
Not necessarily. He just showed out in the finals.
In the playoffs, I think.
So they should have a postseason MVP.
Yeah,
that's the finals MVP. I guess
separated that way so there's no confusion on what this guy won the award for.
Word, I agree. That's a good observation piece.
Facts. We out here solving the NBA problems. Adam,
facts, man. Holla at us, Adam. We good out here, man. Yes, sir. So we about to, I mean, everybody been talking about it. Of course, we was tuned in all playoffs, which was before we get to the finals. It was a great playoffs run. You know what I mean? You had some ups and downs. You had some teams that was up, some teams that was down, some teams you thought wasn't gonna make it.
Unexpected up and downs too. That was the major.
Yeah, Boston made a curve, like a turn on a corner at the end of the regular season into the playoffs, and was
it was since January. They was number one since January. It was like
running
season.
So like right before the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So,
but right before that, they was the worst.
Yeah, word
in the Eastern Conference.
That's what I'm saying. They turned that corner, and nobody seen them coming at the beginning of the season. So,
facts.
That's tough right there. So,
and then LA turned the corner.
Word.
I don't know if it was the right corner.
They turned left instead of right.
Yeah.
Hey, but just question for y'all though. Speaking on the playoffs, how y'all feel about the Nets run? Because I know a lot of people had the Nets winning.
That was tough, bro.
A lot of people had the Nets winning.
It was weird to watch KD get beat like that.
Yes, sir, man. And then it's a lot of turmoil going on in the news right now about Kyle wanting to move and KD wanting to move.
Listen, man. Listen.
I get to it. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it.
I'm about to say we can jump in that right
now. We need to talk about the fight.
All right, man. So let's jump into these finals, man. Boston versus Golden State, man. The pick that I had. Look, I had Golden State in 6. I've been calling it the whole time. I said
arguing about that. I had him in 7.
I called it. Peace. What you had? You had him in
No, I had Golden State in 6.
Yes, sir. So
Golden State.
I mean, I thought Boston was going to win the first game, which they did, and then Golden State they was going to take turns, but there was no way Golden State was going to lose Game 5 going to Golden State.
Yeah.
And you could see the air coming out of Boston and Golden State when they lost Game 5. So I knew it was a wrap after that.
Yeah, they showed their youth real bad.
Yeah, they started out hot in Game 6. I think they was up about like 12 or 14 or something like that in the first quarter. And then after that, once Golden State made that run, you could see they was like, dang, it's over.
They still a team that needs to be playing good to do. I mean, that needs to be doing well to play good. You know what I mean? Like they miss a couple, turn the ball over a couple times. They go. You could see them, like you said, the energy deflate. Like you could physically see it. So, like I said, they exposed their youth way earlier than I thought they would have.
Me too.
And Golden State took advantage of it.
Pease, what you think the future is for Boston, bro?
Well, y'all know we had I guess a hashtag blow it up thing because I was always saying blow them up.
Go ahead, keep talking. Rob, about to
Hey,
get
but
a piece,
I guess you can consider me a critic, you know what I mean? But they silenced me, man. I will say that what they did to the Nets, sweeping them boys like that. I still feel like I don't want to go too far back, but I still feel like if Chris Middleton was healthy, that Milwaukee series would have went differently. I don't want, but
true.
But no, man, they made it to the finals. Even watching them, and before the series started, I was like, man, I got Golden State in 6. But I wasn't confident in the pick because Boston was looking real good, man. It looked like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown had made that turn, to that next level and all that. Marcus Smart, he was turning into a defender and scorer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they'll be back next year, but I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, Jason Tatum's still not on that superstar level where though he's that guy that can lead you to a championship. He was close, but I felt like his flaws showed up in big moments during the worst times in the playoffs.
I would compare him to Giannis before he got his chip.
So you giving him the Giannis that you was on the podcast talking about.
Yes.
Before he got that chip.
Yes, this is the same thing. Like you clearly see that this thing ain't work. Jason Tatum was literally driving to the basket and turning his back.
Word.
And laying the ball up. This is Jason Tatum.
Word.
You can't be talked about with Kobe and texting Kobe and all that, going to the rack and laying the ball up backwards. You can't.
I think I texted you about that when he did.
I think you did. But like those are the things. Like if he want to be in that conversation, he's a great player, but the same thing Giannis had to do was realize your faults and either work on them and fix them or build your game so that you can play around them.
Word.
You know what I mean? And he has to do that. He has yet to do that. I think that's his last.
Yeah, you know the questions about them playing side by side about to come up. Mm-hmm. It was there before the beginning of the season when they had the losing record before, like Chino said, All-Star game, and then they turned the corner and then everybody was like, oh, they can play together. Yeah. But Jaylen Brown kind of took the lead on the team for real for a couple of the games in the finals. It's like
all of them, if you ask me, honestly.
Yeah, it's like he had to do what he had to do. If Boston would have won that series, you giving the MVP to Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that Jaylen Brown. I don't think that that's going to carry over because it was a mental thing with Jason Tatum. You can see it, and I think this was the same thing Braun had to go through, the same thing Mike had to go through, same thing Giannis. Like I think that's what that was for him. I don't know if they get right back to the finals or whenever they get back to the finals, but I think if he does, it's gonna be real hard to beat him in whatever team he's on if he ever get back there.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to say they gonna get back to the finals, bro.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, I can't remember who exactly it was, but I think it was the OKC young team when they first made the finals and lost to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who was that. Matter of fact, Kendrick Perkins was on that team.
Okay.
And he was like, he remember a lot of people saying like, yeah, they still young, they learning from this experience and all that. And he was like, man, we never made it back.
Word.
You know what I mean? So
no guarantee.
It's hard to get there, bro. And they turned the corner at the right point to be able to take over the league to get that number one spot. But I don't know, bro. I think Jason Tatum definitely got it. Jaylen Brown got it too, for real. If you ask me, Jaylen Brown a little bit of a more selfish player, but he had to do what he had to do in the finals. But Jason Tatum got the whole package, bro. It's just that you can clearly see him giving up once he saw Golden State. And I think, to be honest, as a hooper, I think it's hard if you know Golden State is like that. It's hard that when they go on that run to not think.
Yeah, because at that point you ain't even playing against these guys. You playing against the guys that you think they are.
Word.
You playing against the 72-10 in your mind. You playing against.
Word.
You feel me? So yeah, you're absolutely right with that.
Yeah, so I
totally agree with that.
I don't know if they get back there next season. It's hard to get back to that top of that mountain, bro. Yeah. They climbed through some hard teams and pause. Yeah, they climbed through some real teams in the East to get there.
And it's
so.
Same way Giannis and them, like you said, if he was healthy, it would be different.
Yeah,
their season could be different. Anything can happen, and it's not a knock to whoever win the championship of that year, but that's because that's how it go.
Word.
Like they say, it always take a little bit of luck to win the championship, especially in the NBA. The NBA is a long season, so it always takes a little bit of luck. Like I said, you can go through every champion's like their schedule and their path to get to a ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure every champion had some kind of like, all right, when this dude was injured or
Word, somebody got hurt. I mean? Somebody got attacked and got put out the game. Draymond that year.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens like that, bro. But I mean, we gotta celebrate Golden State, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
Sure.
We got because nobody. I don't think a lot of people didn't pick them to win at the beginning of the season.
No, Stephen A was the only one that picked them at the beginning.
Oh, shout out Stephen A. Shout out Stephen A. Because I definitely ain't picked them in the beginning.
Yeah, he picked them in the beginning. And he stuck with him. He was the only one.
Yeah, man. So let's get into Golden State Warriors first, and then we're gonna jump into Steph. We gotta talk about Steph on a whole nother platform because this man, in my opinion, entering top 10. But we'll get into that later. But Golden State Warriors, man, dynasty or no? I'll start with Peace.
Oh, for sure, they definitely a dynasty. For sure.
Facts.
Sure, that's not even a debate. That is their fourth ring total was organization within the last like 10 years or something like that.
I think it's like 8.
And like barring injuries, they've always been in the finals since, you know what I mean, they hit that next level. Yeah, they for sure a dynasty.
Easily.
Yeah, they say Clay, Steph, and Draymond when healthy never been beat.
Never lost.
So that you got to give it to him, bro. I think 4 rings in 8 years, 6 finals appearance in the last 8 years. Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah.
They won 1 before KD. They won 1 after KD, so you can't put it on KD no more.
Yeah, nope.
Facts.
That's a tough one, bro.
That's why this might be their best one because even I think the one they won with KD added questions that they had answered before they won without him. And I think this one is answering questions of the ones that came from after them having KD. Like was it KD? Or like now you can't say it wasn't KD. You can't say Steph ain't that guy.
Yeah.
You cannot say anybody say anything bad about Steph as a hooper. You hating?
Did y'all think it was KD?
No.
Before this playoff?
No.
Thought it was KD?
As far as what?
You thought they wasn't going to get back with KD? I did. I'm not going to lie, bro. I did because I think Clay coming off the injury, I didn't think he was going to be the Clay which he struggled through the playoffs, but I didn't think Steph was going to have it in him to do it himself.
Yeah, so yeah, I won't say I was a Steph doubt at all because I've always been a fan of him because he played the game and I always rooted for him. But I did doubt that he could be the lead guy and win it like he did. He definitely made a believer out of me in that sense. That one game I think he took over where I think it was in Boston and he took over and everybody else on the team was struggling. Like, I've never seen that from him. You know what I mean? I've seen in the regular season he's done it before, but in the playoffs I've never seen that stuff.
Yo, I knew it was possible. I didn't think they was gonna win this year, but I knew that they could win again if they got healthy. I think I'm on record on the pod as saying that because and I said this too when I was making the Steph being closer to Mike. I mean Steph
facts
closer to Mike debate.
Good point.
He did what he did in those playoffs in those moments on purpose, bro. It's a part of his greatness. To recognize that you don't have to force to like that's how people lose. That's why Chuck ain't got no chip. That's why guys like Karl Malone and all them ain't got no chip outside of playing against the greatest to ever play the game. Like,
right.
You know what I mean, like it be taking people too long to realize that just because you can don't mean you got to. And he took all of the Steph can't do it and he ain't this because in spite of that he still was able to understand why he's doing this. And now look at what we're talking about.
Word.
You get what I'm saying? Like so but that's why I'm so big on the eye test because if you pay attention, like the things that he's doing, it ain't like he go in the playoffs and hide.
Word.
He just don't do the same value. You know what I mean? With KD or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Or if they doing it by committee, he's doing it by committee. If he recognized he got to take over the same way with all the greats, LeBron, he recognized it, and this was the time that he absolutely had to do it because he ain't have KD.
Right. The greatness I saw in Steph, bro, and I watched every game of the finals. I didn't really watch Golden State like that during the regular season, but of course we all know they great. We know Steph is a great player, but I watched Steph. And I've realized he has a great IQ for the game, bro. I mean, Steph really sees the game before it happens. He sees plays before it happens, and he get a lot of hockey assists. And for those of y'all that don't know, if y'all watching, y'all hoopers, so y'all should know. But I'm going to explain it, though. I pass it to Chino passes to Peas, and then Peas score. So Chino get the assist, but I get the hockey assist because I made the play happen. So basically, You know what I mean? Steph can see the play happening and he make things happen before the play happened, bro. And it was just beautiful to watch. And I'm a fan of the game. I ain't had no horse in the race. Y'all know I'm a Portland fan, so just to watch it was beautiful, bro.
Yeah, because like I said, I'll admit, like I was one of, like I said, I'm not gonna say doubter, but I was one of the guys saying like, well, I mean, big moments he do come up small sometimes, things like that. And at times, even on some of the series, I felt like, you know, at times he was a front runner, like he ain't start hitting a lot of his threes and showboating until he was up and all that kind of stuff. So I was having a lot of debates with people like that, like at work and things like that. But I say he proved me wrong, man. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, this that one game, it just changed my whole mindset on Steph.
40,
in Boston.
Yeah.
On the road, everybody's struggling.
Everybody's struggling.
I'm gonna take this game over.
But you know, but even the one game, I think where he was struggling by scoring wise, I think he was still defending, like rebounding, like he was still.
Shout out to Steph, bro, because I think a lot of people sleep on his defense as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he get exposed a lot. They definitely Boston. Just to go back to Boston real quick, Boston, if they would have kept with their game plan to attack Steph, they would have won the game. But Golden State is so great that they make you change your game plan because you don't know what's happening, bro. When they go on that run, you panic. It's hard to not think, yo, you can't. Golden State can be down 15 and come back in 2 minutes.
More than 15.
And you panic.
30 balls.
And Boston was panicking. You can clearly see it. So they changed their game plan.
Yeah.
They were doing pick and rolls to get Steph against the mismatch, and it was working, and it was working. But, hey, the greatness of Steve Kerr and the greatness of the Golden State Warriors made them change their game plan.
We can get back to Steph, but you just said the word game plan, and it made me think about this question I got for y'all. Are we now? What do we think? Where are we at with Steve Kerr? What's our opinion on Steve?
That's a great question.
Are we still giving Mark credit?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think Steve Kerr. I think Steve Kerr moved into maybe that top.
He moved into a fully renovated house.
That top list of.
I think he top
coaches.
5, bro.
Yeah, I think Steve Kerr moved there, bro. Because
we was on 2 different pages. I said he was moved into a fully renovated house, saying that he was like he got off to a good start.
Oh, he definitely got off to a good start. But the team is great. Yeah. Mark get credit for building it and what he did, but I think Steve Kerr, you can't give all that to Mark no more
at all,
because you can clearly see the adjustments that Steve Kerr make in game.
Facts.
So that don't have nothing to do with what's his name, the substitutions that he make with the Jordan Pooles and the Kumingas during the playoffs to make that. Yeah. To make that energy shift, bro.
What did it for me was when he set Draymond, yo. When he set Draymond, when he was what game was that? 4 or 5?
What
game 4?
4, yo. When he did that let me know like he don't care.
He don't care about the players. He trying to win.
That showed me that was tough. That was the moment for me.
Yeah.
Shout out Steve Kerr, bro. He definitely moved in the top 5 coaches of all time, bro. He got 9 rings altogether. 5 as a player, 4 as a. Come on, bro.
3 different franchises too.
You can't debate that, bro.
Yeah. So bro, I got a question for y'all as far as what I mean. We've been doing a podcast for a while now, but we've never had a guest on the show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We got a guy that y'all. One of my closest friends. We've been little kids running around the streets. He been dying to call in. You know what I mean? To debate because he's a.
All right, let's do it.
He's a huge Steph fan out of nowhere now, so he was, been itching to call in to kind of, let some steam off his chest. Me and him were debating. So those y'all don't remember, me and my bros, we all work together as well. But my man Keith, he worked with us as well. So,
all right, I'm gonna try to get him. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on the line. Y'all go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna get him on the line real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get him on there.
How y'all feel about my argument as Steph being closer to Mike now, real quick?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Closer than Bron?
Hello?
Closer than Bron.
What's going on?
Oh, Keith, what up, bro?
What up, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Welcome to Bro Nation Hoops, the pod, bro. What's going on?
Yo.
Hey, man, how y'all feeling, man? I'm just trying to take it a day later, hoping to God I ain't got to pray to the Undertaker, man. How y'all feeling?
Ooh, that's tough right there.
What's up, baby?
Man, I'm just right here watching the draft.
Hey, you got your Steph jersey on?
No, I ain't wear jersey in a minute. If it ain't COVID, it ain't nothing.
Hey, so bro, so like I already told the hoopers out here and the bros as well that you mean out of nowhere you didn't turn into a Steph fan. I know you're a huge Lakers and Kobe's fan, but you was rooting for Steph. And I told him, we had
most definitely.
We had some real good debates at the job talking about is Steph, clutch, is he top 10 and all that. So we just wanted you to call in, So from me to you, asking you, what's your opinion on Steph now? Is he top 10 or me, I call him a front runner. What's going on?
Steph definitely top 10. Me personally, you can't give LeBron his flowers without giving Steph his flowers. Steph did it better and different.
I like that.
Steph ain't recruit. Steph ain't switch over. Steph still with the same team. He ain't do nothing different. The only thing he did different was up his game.
That's a fact.
And you can tell he making players better because look at Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole playing just like Steph, but without control.
Well, that's a fact.
That boy spitting. That's facts, bro.
You might need to have a regular on here, bro.
Right.
Hey,
so bro, one of my arguments was Steph was a front runner. Only time he went off is when they was leading and things like that. He waited for them to get the lead, but he couldn't hit the big shot and all that. So, like I said, he proven to me that now he that guy. But are you still with that argument that he he that guy? Like you taking him over anybody else in the league?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, like if you compare him to almost any point guard in his era. I ain't talking about the LaMelos and all of that. I'm talking about his era. Kyrie. We always compare him to Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna say Chris, other than Chris Paul, because Chris Paul make his players better too.
Right.
But who has Kyrie made better?
Great point, bro.
And if you can go ahead and name that person, bro, I'll give you $10 to cash that right now. Yeah, man, he the best point guard in his era. Mm-hmm. And he one of the best point guards of all time. I'm gonna stay behind Magic.
Hey, bro, I'm with you. Say it with your chest.
Behind Magic?
Yeah, behind Magic. Look, you can go AI. I like AI.
No, AI ain't got no chips.
AI too, though.
AI, he that. But
he a shooting guard. But he ain't got no chips anyway.
Yeah,
he ain't got no chips. He ain't got none of them, man.
Look, that's
out of respect to AI.
That's a great point.
Steph been doing this, man. They did it in the way the Warriors did it. Mark Jackson, the way they did it, they had Monte Ellis.
Yeah.
They kind of moved Monte Ellis out his shine because they seen something in Steph. Mm-hmm. Steph was over there. He doing his thing. Then what they do? They go ahead and grab Clay. Clay was first after Steph.
Tough.
Then grab Draymond.
Facts.
Man, they really built that team. Ain't none of it, and all of them stay loyal.
Tough.
How many players? Name one superstar besides Kobe. And I'm gonna say besides Dame did that because Dame still ain't trying to leave.
My guy.
Hey man, he trying to get back on the cast talking about Dame, man.
Hey man, look, I've been backed up on facts for a long time.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough, Key, because I can't even really name a point guard other than Magic that's really like that right now. I don't know. He might
ain't gonna find it.
He might got that number 2, bro.
Yeah,
and you know what's crazy with Steph is that it ain't just about him.
Facts.
I'm gonna keep on comparing him to Kyrie because that's the number 2 point guard when it comes down to him and Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie really is. I ain't gonna say selfish, but he worried about himself. And that's it. We all know Steph can go anywhere and get a bigger contract anywhere.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
But Steph really right here. He's staying with the Warriors no matter what nobody's saying, no matter what the talks, everything. You get a lot of critics, man. And you got he missed playoffs. And you got people going at his family.
Word.
Everything. And he really staying right there. He ain't got nothing. He ain't care what nobody's saying. He working with his bros. The one he came up with. He working with the newcomers that he gotten. Mm-hmm. Man, this man, he really is number 2, man. He's number 2.
All right, so bro, I'm a you've been talking spitting facts and all that. You're a little bit too comfortable on the cast right now. So I'm gonna make it a little spicy for you real quick. I know you're a huge Lakers and Kobe fan. So my question to you, Kobe got 5, Steph got 4. If you compare
No.
Do that. Don't you do that.
Don't do that.
Say don't do that. Don't do that.
No, so what I was gonna ask you was who you, as far as being more valuable to the championship runs, who you taking, Steph's runs or Kobe runs?
Jeez,
I'm taking
More
Kobe.
valuable, yeah.
I'm taking Kobe.
You
Kobe had to go from one superstar, which was Shaq. I mean, Shaq, one of the top 2-3 dominant centers in ever to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go from that to see Shaq win a championship first, to go ahead and build his name back up and then get 2 more championships. And with a big man in Pau Gasol, who he turned, and I feel like, in my opinion, he turned into a superstar. Kobe helped him become a superstar.
Yeah,
and had to get 2 more rings over Shaq. Man, that Shaq ring fueled Kobe crazier than a goddamn lighter fluid and grill, bro.
That boy spit
Sound like
bars.
Perkins, I know, but yeah.
Hey, bro,
man.
You made some great points right now, bro.
Yeah, he killed that question just now. I'll give him that.
No lie, bro.
But yeah, man, it was tough for Kobe. You gotta think. Kobe came in the league when he ain't started right off the bat. He ain't started right off the bat like LeBron did. And his teammates ain't like him. Kobe was a loner, and none of his teammates like him. And you hear the story Phil Jackson say that when all the players went to him trying to get Kobe off, and Kobe said he was good, Phil Jackson ain't turned his back on him.
Word.
He understand the way Kobe upbringing was. That's just how Kobe was. He was a loner because he, of course, all them veterans doubted him. What'd he do?
Boys,
historic.
Yeah. So yeah, I give him, like, he's one of the guys. I'll give him his prize. He was a Lakers fan way before LeBron came. So.
Word. Hey, Keith, you think Golden State a dynasty now?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
4 rings in 8 years.
Facts.
You name one team in the NBA that got 4 rings in 8 years. The only team I can think of that's not in the NBA, but they only got 3 rings in 10 years, it's NFL, was the Patriots, and they called them a dynasty.
Oh, come on. All right, we done with you now. He had to sneak that plug in, man.
Team that wear red, black, and white, they got about 6 of them things. I mean, that's all.
Hey, Keith, we appreciate you, bro.
Facts.
We gonna have man, much love to y'all.
We gonna have you on more often, bro.
Yeah, bro. You might have to come in person, Paul.
For sure, bro.
Always here, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, bros. All right, y'all stay blessed, man.
All right, bro. All right. Tough, man. So that's a guy that knows his stuff right there.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, shout out to Keith, bro. One of the bros, man. We appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so the Steph talk, man. I don't know how much more we could talk, bro. We praise him as much as we can, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is he top 10? Top 10?
Oh, we can go into that.
Let's go to that.
You gonna say yes? Yes.
Top 10 all time, yes.
Facts.
To me, I mean, it's hard for me to look. I've been hearing a whole bunch of arguments lately about, you can't consider the Bob Cousy's and all them. I think Gilbert Arenas and them was talking about that on their pod.
I saw that.
That you can't really consider them as top 10 players because the athlete now is way different.
Disrespectful to the athlete now. What you do with them is you give them their flowers.
Yeah, so I kind of tend to agree with that as well. You give them flowers. Their Mount Rushmore is there. They not going nowhere. But the athletes nowadays, bro, if you put them up against Bob Cousy and all them, it's
They're
a
just
wrap.
legends. They're not top 10 no more. They legends though, for sure. They gonna always be legends.
Yeah.
So I guess I think in everyone's for the most part I've seen, their top 10, like from that era way back when, I think for sure they had Bill Russell.
Word.
And Wilt Chamberlain. So another great point that Gilbert Arenas made was you got to do your own list for those guys back then, because all their numbers they should have an asterisk behind it, because like I think Bill Russell had like 13 championships or something like that. But I don't know if the number is correct what Gilbert Arenas said, but he was like, it was only like 4 or 5 teams back then.
Yeah, I think it was like 8 or something like that.
Yeah, so your path to the finals, you only playing a couple teams and you there.
Yeah, and everybody made the playoffs, so it's not like you had to struggle, you had to lose. So I mean, I tend to lean towards what Gilbert's saying. That make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you put them on their own list over there, up until a certain point. I don't know what point that start with, but I think the Magics and all them can be considered with these players right now.
Definitely.
So top 10, you got to give it to him, bro. 4 rings. So you got the Finals MVP.
Let me ask you this though. So if he didn't get top 10, who y'all taking off?
That's the key, bro. Top 10 is hard for me. I need to sit and think about a whole list. But I would say, just off top, I would say that he he has to be there
somehow, somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gotta be there somewhere. So I ain't sure, bro.
He definitely top 10, bro. Just because I can't name 10 people that's ahead of him.
Right.
Yeah, especially in today's league right now. You know what I mean? Braun going off. You know, he on his back end of his career. Steph's still midpoint of his career right now.
Fellas, sorry, breaking news.
Breaking news. Hold on. Uh-oh. Breaking news. What's up?
Paolo Banchero, #1 to Orlando.
Whoa.
Shout out to G. You got your wish, bro.
Shout out G, bro.
That's major.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Who you thought they was going to pick?
I thought it was gonna be the kid from Gonzaga.
Oh, Chet.
Oh, so he must have went to OKC.
I don't know. I can look at the joints.
Ooh, that's tough. Before the show, me and Chino talked. I think he a good fit for OKC. I think him and I can't remember the dude's name, but he was killing. I think what's his name? Chino, you know his name? OKC, the shooter.
You talking about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
Him and the tall, skinny dude.
Oh, the point guard.
No, he's like I don't know what he is, but
Josh Giddey?
Maybe I think so.
Yeah, the Australian.
Yeah, the Australian. I think they make a good match, bro. He a big kind of center that can move around, shoot threes. He can body, you know what I mean, block, defend. So that's tough right there, bro. OKC always known for building some young guys up.
What y'all think about the #1 guy, Paolo? Though you seen him? That dude.
I ain't gonna stunt.
Yeah.
Not me.
I ain't seen him too much, but I seen like his highlights. He is like all purpose. Handle the ball, got great IQ, great court vision, can shoot it, post up game, and I think he like a big guard, like a LeBron, not in that big pause, but like a big guy that handle the ball, like a Ben, but can score. Yeah. I would say.
So I guess so, bro. You seem like you more in tune than with me and Grub. So let me ask you this: so do you think him being the #1 pick, he can go into Orlando and take them, like, I guess take them back to the promised land, or you mean the playoffs at least?
AG, I ain't trying to be funny, but anybody would have gave him. You know what I mean?
Since the white man, I don't know what happened. No, G, my bad, G. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, man.
I don't
even really know if I'm sorry, because he always sending me articles and all that. Let me think about that, G.
Well, I will ask you this. Yeah, you look at him as a Anthony Edwards type #1 pick.
No.
No,
not that type of impact.
I don't think nobody in the top 3 is OKC, Houston, and Orlando. I don't think none of them make the playoffs next year, bro.
Oh no.
I think it's gonna take a little bit of time, man. My boys got #7. Hopefully we make this trade. We don't necessarily need no rookies. We can trade that #7 for a veteran. See what we can get from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't got. I mean, hopefully they a franchise player and they have a great career. But who Orlando got right now, I don't even really know.
They got a good young core.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good young guys, but they like, when I say young, they like young.
Yeah.
Word.
I think like a couple of them is like teenagers.
Yeah, I think they got Cole Anthony.
Yeah,
He
solid.
They
got Cole. They got Mo Bamba. They got Jalen Suggs. RJ Hampton. They got good young guys, but they got all guards. They don't got no vets. It's the same type of situation you see around the league with young teams.
It's like they not nobody in the NBA is a bum, but as a team, they just not a good team. You know what I mean? Like they got a lot of talent, but as a team put together, they just not put together well.
It's a bunch of young guys that's still in love with the fact that they so talented.
Yeah.
Same thing with, I guess you could say the same thing for OKC. I mean, they groom young guys over there, and they definitely got a nice core group of young guys. So, but it's hard to win on that Western Conference, bro. And it's hard to win on the Eastern Conference too now.
Yeah,
that's tough, man. You got some gunners over there, bro.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't know if rookies can make that happen right out the back. You feel me? So
and that's why I asked, do you think he's like an Anthony Edwards type impact player? Because even Anthony Edwards in Minnesota, they missed the playoffs his first year.
Yeah.
Like that second year, well, like this year, he turned it straight on. Like he knew he was ready.
Yeah, so we speaking about the future. What y'all most excited about seeing for next season or this off season happening, especially with your teams? And I mean, Kyrie saying he went out of Brooklyn.
We go to Kyrie.
He's saying he went out of Brooklyn. I think he got like a list of 5 teams. If Brooklyn don't meet his standards or whatever, he think who is like 76ers. You got Dallas over there, and I'm anxious to hear what the Knicks.
Lakers.
Word.
And I think it's another team.
I'm anxious to hear what P's got to say about Kyrie potentially going to Dallas. I mean, I know we had a lot to say about Kyrie during the season, but what you think about him matching up with a Christian Wood and a Luka?
Listen,
and like just like the Kyrie situation overall. I guess we get into that too, but my bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, well, first, I tried to tell y'all, man. I tried to tell y'all in the beginning of the season, like when everybody was talking about the COVID thing and his stance on COVID and all that, I was like, man, like I respect anybody's decision on their stance on anything in life, you know what I mean? But it was the fact that it was Kyrie, because it's always something, man. I'm telling you. I think I've heard Stephen A. say it. I heard Shannon Sharp talk about it. Like they were listening to our podcast, they heard me talk about it. But
that's what I think.
Word.
But no, man, y'all know I said from the beginning, like it's because it's Kyrie for me. You know what I mean? Like it's always seemed like it's something. Like even going back to when he wanted to leave Cleveland because he wanted to prove he was a leader too, and he could lead his own team. Like, bro, you playing with LeBron? I just want to ring. Like, LeBron still passing you the ball. You averaging 20, 25. Like, how you not satisfied? You making money? Like, it's just always something, man. Then this whole situation in Brooklyn, like, KD's supposed to be your man.
Yeah.
You convinced him to come to Brooklyn to lead Golden State.
Right.
And now he done came, and now you ready to roll out again. Like, I don't know, man. It's just always something with Kyrie, man.
What they been saying about KD? His options is open. What he watching or something? I forgot.
He just trying to see what they about to do with him. Like because Kyrie, he got the option to opt into his contract, or or they do it like a sign and trade type of situation.
Okay.
So basically, they haven't come to any type of agreement yet. Brooklyn and Kyrie haven't come to any type of agreement in the contract, and basically, like any superstar would do on any team with a other superstar, KD is watching and paying attention to seeing how they handle that situation, because that might in turn dictate if he stay or not, or it could change the way Brooklyn future goes.
I couldn't imagine being a Brooklyn fan, bro. You get KD, you get Kyrie, and you don't win a championship. Like that's tough right there, bro.
And they had James Harden.
And they had James. Oh,
and they were so close to winning, beating the champions last year.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one for Brooklyn fans. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a tough one right there, man.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Not to try to make you feel good or nothing, bro.
You go.
It makes you appreciate a player like Dame. You know what I mean?
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, keep going.
But no, man, like, he'll just come, he work his tail off, he hoop, he lead his team. Like, he vouch for his players on his team and all that. Like, I've seen him, like, I mean, like, rest in peace to the guy that I guess played for y'all. He just passed. I don't know his name. Like, I even seen a post where, like, he was taking up for that dude. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know what the dude was going through and all that. Like, but, like, it just makes you appreciate a dude like Dame. But Kyrie, you don't know what you're going to get throughout the week, man. Like,
and it's a shame, bro, because outside of that, Kyrie is a great player, man. He can be an asset to any teams, but he just, he got that baggage behind him, which, I mean, technically any analyst or any NBA analyst can pull baggage from anybody. But, Kyrie just got a lot of baggage behind him, bro, but he definitely top 5 guards in the league right now, if not number 2 behind Steph. So I don't know, bro. That's tough. I would definitely like to see him playing with Luka, though.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So going back to your initial question, the basketball player, for sure, Kyrie and Luka would be deadly.
Crazy.
Because Kyrie, he's a point guard by height or stature, but he's a certified scorer, and that's what Luka need. You know what I mean? So you get him Kyrie, like, it's a wrap.
That's a tough one. Then you got Tim Hardaway coming back too as well.
That's a super problem.
That's a tough one.
Any team on that list you send Kai to is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they said they had the Sixers on the list. I don't know about the Sixers. That's probably the only one because you send them right back with James Harden, which is a ball dominant guard. But I don't know, bro. Anybody else on that list, bro?
Yeah. But even when James Harden went to Brooklyn, like, I think they said him and Kyrie hashed it out, and he said, "All right, Kyrie, like, you the shooting guard, like I'm the point guard, so you can do the scoring for real." You know what I mean? But
I was gonna say that. Yeah, they had it. That's how they was working with that.
Yeah, because everybody was, by nature. Just we saw James Harden putting up 40 a game in Houston.
Right.
But once he went to Brooklyn, they like, well, he only scoring 20, 15. But like, no, like he was the point guard now.
That's a tough one, bro. And I heard just real quick. I heard down in Atlanta, Trae Young. You know, he got the guy. I think it's Collins. I can't remember his first name, but he being shopped around now. So, what y'all think about Trae Young in his future? Y'all think he's still that, and he can still get his team there, or y'all think it's kind of he in a bad situation? You need to move.
I'm gonna give my bro his props right here because I think in the beginning of our season, I was big on like, no, they made it to the Eastern Conference Final last year. They're gonna make it back. They're gonna improve. But I think Chino was like, oh no, like, no. You know what I mean?
Take advantage of a weird season.
Yeah.
Word.
That's what that was.
Yeah, I just wanted to get y'all opinion on Trae because he's still nice, but I mean I think he in kind of a messed up situation right now down in Atlanta.
And this might be harsh to say, but I don't think Trae can win as the lead guy.
Okay.
Because he hasn't figured out some of the things that Steph has figured out. Not saying that he can't get to that point, but as of right now, he can't be.
IQ.
Because once they figure out how to take advantage of him being small, that eliminates his impact on the offensive end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's his biggest, and he don't have nobody else to defer to, and he's so small in comparison.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out some names, you know, for the future, just to see what y'all think. Like, what y'all think? Ja continue his success that he had this season? Think he build on it and keep moving?
Absolutely. I'm not so sure. We talking about Golden State right now.
Facts.
If Ja don't go out, I'm just gonna keep it real. Y'all know Ja, my guy. But like, yo, this is a part of what we was talking about earlier about like, you got to be a little bit of luck in there.
Word.
Because they lost by like 50 something to them without Ja.
Facts.
So with a healthy Ja after that, who knows, bro? Like, honestly, I think that we could talk about that. Them two, I'm watching every time they play.
Yeah.
For a while from now, because Memphis ain't afraid of them.
Facts.
Memphis, like, they want to say, yeah, we beat y'all. Like,
and on top of that, you see what the Clay remarks about JJ. So, you know, that put a battery in his back, too. So, that first game when they see Golden State, I think they take that personal, bro.
You called Jaren Jackson a bum. And I understand why you just said it, but
me too.
Talking about Jaren Jackson.
He not a bum. We all know.
Yeah, we all know he ain't no bum, but him hearing that, and Ja and Draymond was going back and forth, I think.
It was, yep.
Yeah, after that Clay comment, bro, I'm locked in every time they play.
Oh, that's tough. You heard it here first, man. Chino, the games to watch next season, Golden State and Memphis. I think I'm on board with that, bro.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of a new rivalry because you got the old with the young, you know, kind of coming and take over.
And it's basketball, yo. That's the beautiful part about it.
That's
like,
tough.
They talking about, I can't wait to see you out there.
Yeah, ain't no you some sucker type stuff. No, it's just it's on the court. So
I think it's a dope. It's not a rivalry yet because they still got to beat them. But
you're right. We can't.
They definitely got to beat them.
We can't disrespect Golden State like that, especially off the championship run. We cannot disrespect.
It's gonna be exciting to watch.
Right.
Yeah, but I'll call it a dope little feud right now, just because I think they said in the regular season, like why Clay called him a bum, like they beat Golden State and they I don't know, they said something smart, but Draymond was pretty much saying like they put so much effort into a regular season game where we really weren't worried about it. It's a regular season. We know we know what we trying to get.
They was talking about the play-in, I think. They beat them in the play-in. I think that was the first year of the play-in.
Yeah, they beat Golden State, right?
That's what when he called them. He said Jaren said whatever he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Because Clay couldn't play. Everybody knew. Yeah,
I remember seeing Clay on the sideline after they lost. Matter of fact, after they lost that game, Clay was like on the sideline, like shaking his head, like you know what I mean. Just as a hooper, you felt that moment, like he'll probably feeling it right now.
Yeah, they say that the great players take whatever they can and use it as motivation. So
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. So he held on to that.
Yeah,
you can clearly see he held on to that.
It's crazy, but it's like it gave me.
Yeah, I feel you. Definitely give you a little chill bumps and make you a little excited to see the game that's coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real.
We might have to get together, fly down to Memphis for that, bro.
We were supposed to. We was supposed to go to that game. Yo.
Hey, Jack, you saying peace?
Oh, man. What? We be on it because we be on it early, yo. We just don't be pulling the trigger sometimes,
Word.
yo. We pulling triggers pause from now on, yo.
Yeah, next season we there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man. So yeah, I just wanted to throw some names out there, man. So man, we already kind of talked about Minnesota. I think they there. They still making the playoffs.
Can I just ask one more random question just to throw it in there real quick? So
This your podcast, bro. Ask what you want.
you know what I mean? So I know like a lot of people always talk about like when the Bulls had their dynasty back in the 90s, how
See, when the Jordans.
When the Jordans had their dynasty in the 90s.
yeah, because y'all know back in them days, they said the Bulls in the 90s, they held a lot of great players back from getting championship.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You got the Charles Barkleys, you got the Karl Malones, John Stockton,
Patrick Ewing,
Gary Payton, like all them dudes, all them Hall of Famers.
That's
but
crazy.
so my question to y'all is, I guess you can say a combination of Warriors and LeBron.
Yeah, you gotta say LeBron because he's on like 17 different teams.
Yeah, besides the Warriors, it was LeBron. So yeah.
So I guess within the past, 15 years.
Yep, something like that.
Like, what player would y'all say?
Dang.
That you that you feel for? Like, hey, if you're one in this era, man, my man would have a ring right now.
You put the Lakers in there too? Huh? No,
not really the Lakers. But that's why I said LeBron. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, go ahead, Junior. Who?
Chris Paul.
Oh, dang, that's number one. Melo.
Yeah,
that was my list. I had a list. CP, Melo, James Harden.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I wasn't even thinking Melo.
Me neither.
I mainly went straight to Chris Paul just because Chris Paul lost the Warriors a few times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're like
us, we would have rings, bro.
Heroes in them, yep.
Facts.
Super facts.
LeBron held y'all down.
I took my glasses off just now. LeBron and the rest at that time. I'm still not off, y'all.
Damn, Washington couldn't get past LeBron and them. Facts. They were stuck at LeBron every year. They ran into them, I think, first round of the playoffs.
George.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blake don't got one. I guess you can say that because he was on the Clippers teams back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just so many dudes, man. I was just like, man, like I know a lot of people like, man, I can't wait for them dudes to go and get out of here.
Yeah, Chuck ain't by himself no more. Chuck and GP and them ain't by themselves.
Right.
Shout out to Gary Payton Jr. too, bro. That was a great not Junior the second, my fault. But that was a great storyline, bro. He got cut by the Warriors. I think he was trying to stick around. He applied to be a videographer for the Warriors. Oh. Yeah, just to stay around the team, and then they picked him up and they kept him. And this man got a ring, bro.
Yeah, man.
Inspiring, bro.
That's great. It's a great storyline, but that's great fortitude, bro. Like, cause I'm a basketball fan, but like I think I'm so attached to the game because of how it intertwines with life.
Right.
Like to mentally be able to tell yourself that you're gonna do whatever it takes to get to do something in spite of people in your face telling you no and you can't do this.
Right.
Like, you got literally cut and was like, yeah, I'm all right, cool. I'm gonna go watch the videos.
Right.
A lot of people can't do that. Like
that man say, whatever y'all need me to do, I'm doing. I just want to stay around the team.
He was on like 5 different G League teams, bro.
Crazy.
Mad 10 days.
Jordan Poole.
You know how strong you gotta be in your mind to keep getting called up, sit down, called up, sit down, called up, sit down.
Yeah.
And sticking like all them guys for real, but for him to have that and for it to pay off for him in this way.
Yeah,
that might be just as good as a story of anybody on that team, Steph included, bro.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to GP the second, bro. Him, man, I think Kuminga was sent down and up and down and up, and Jordan Poole was sent down.
Yeah, but see, my thing, not to cut you off, my thing with Kuminga is he ain't really put to that.
Yeah, I feel you.
GP made them have to make him a part of their rotation.
Word. I feel you.
You feel me? Like, that's shout out to Shorty. That's
definitely a great story, man. Shout out GP, bro. That's a great story, great inspiration. Just keep going. You never know what can come out of it. You just keep pushing through. So that's a dope story, bro.
Word, man.
But man, overall, this last season, including the playoffs, including the finals, gave us a lot of storylines. Gave us a lot to look forward to. And it's just even more exciting. This off season gonna be exciting. You know, you got a lot of free agents coming up. You got teams making moves to try to be better because they know what's happening now.
Facts.
I mean, Golden State gonna be around for a while.
Facts.
Steve Kerr said, "Man, they gonna be better next year." You got James Wiseman coming back.
Oh, I forgot about James Wiseman.
He wasn't even healthy this year.
Word. And that's your defender. That's your middle guy.
And I do
want Looney too. Shout out Looney.
I was gonna say, man, they said this dude played every single game the whole season.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
That's tough for a center, a big guy running and banging down there, man. That's tough, bro.
Man, listen, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram, but man, during the Dallas and Warriors series, man, I was pulling my hairs out, man. I'm like, yo, we can't let Kevon Looney be the reason we lose to the Warriors.
Didn't he get like a 20 and 10 double?
Man, this dude was averaging doubles every game, man.
I remember that. I forgot about that. Piece was hot.
Y'all had that. Y'all ain't had nobody down there though at that time, right?
We didn't, man.
White Powell.
I'm saying, if you look at him, like he don't look like he can jump or nothing, right, man.
But again, that's a testament to Steve Kerr, bro. Recognizing mismatches, understanding what's happening on the floor, understanding where you got the advantage, and you know, pushing your players to make that advantage happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Outside of the winning, yo, which is a major part of it, I think Golden State is like a model team.
Yeah.
That's what you want your team to look like. That's what you want your team to feel like. All that, I think.
Yeah, that's tough for me because I think Golden State changed the way teams look, but at the same time, they making teams change the way that they look as well, which I don't think you necessarily got to change the way you look to beat Golden State. I think you need to take your advantages and keep pushing it no matter what runs they make.
I agree.
And that's the key. Golden State make runs, and you can see the sail come out of teams once they make that run because they know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
So if you just stick to your game plan and ride that wave out when they're going on their runs, I think you can beat Golden State.
Yeah.
Boston proved it. So
Memphis proved it.
Memphis proved it.
Yeah.
So I don't think you necessarily gotta be Golden State. A team, camaraderie, the way you share the ball and all that stuff. Yeah, I know that's what you mean. But stature wise and how they set up, I don't think you need to shoot as much as Golden State shoot.
Man.
And that's what teams get caught up in, bro. So
I was talking just about, like you said, how a guy like Kevon Looney will dedicate himself to not missing a game.
Oh, word.
A guy like GP, the way they really like each other, they really hang. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what you want your team. You don't want your team to be full of a bunch of guys that don't even really be together or don't even really.
Right.
You mean?
Yeah, that's a testament to the Draymond Greens and those people in the locker room.
Knowing their roles.
Yeah, that keep them close and understand that I gotta take this player under my wing, or I gotta care about the 15th guy just like I care about Steph. So and they talk about that all the time. So
Steph not competing with Jordan Poole. They not saying you gotta earn a Splash Brother title. You gotta you with us.
Word.
We think stuff like that. You know what I mean? Is the difference.
Yeah.
I think.
Word, man. Shout out to Golden State Warriors, man.
Hey, I got a question for y'all though. I do got a fair to compare.
Oh,
I really do. I think it's gonna be a spice one. But before we get to that though, because you had mentioned, one of y'all just mentioned Draymond Green. I just got a random question. Not a random question, but so y'all know Draymond Green got his own podcast too.
Yeah.
And he got his, I guess, hashtag or saying now the new media.
Okay.
But y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, he getting a lot of backlash from a lot of, I guess I want to call them real reporters, but a lot of the older guys who've been doing it for years and all that other kind of stuff. I guess I just want to ask y'all real quick, like, how do y'all feel about that quote unquote new media, like with the players having their own podcasts and platforms now, like during the regular season and all that?
Bro, as an NBA fan, I love it because you get to hear things that you never thought about. You start to see players as real human beings, and you start to kind of appreciate the game even more instead of looking at them as like they on a pedestal. You kind of appreciate that journey to get there because you can hear it. You hear all the work that they actually put in. So I love it. I love both of them. I like the first takes and I like all that stuff, but I also definitely tune into the Draymond podcast, the CJ podcast, JJ Redick podcast. Like all them guys, bro, I definitely tune into them because you hear stories that you never would have heard on ESPN and all that stuff. Just get a different take on it. And they, like you said, they get to push their own narrative. Regardless of what mainstream media are talking about, they get to tell their side of the story. So I love it.
Yeah, I think they calling it that because it's, if you think about it, like this, not necessarily podcast, but the way that these guys are going about doing their podcast really kind of was birthed from having to not have to explain yourself for narratives that have been put by these people who are talking for you. So like just off of that is dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's I don't think it's necessarily new media. You know what I mean? But I think that's the reason that they calling it that.
Yeah.
But like, and Draymond proven that it's like he has proven that it's not a hindrance. Obviously,
yeah,
for
they
the
just
championship. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't see no. And I think Draymond just likes to be like the bad guy with the media. I think he like that fight with the media.
Yeah, he do.
And it's funny to see because all the traditional media get their talking points from the new media.
Yeah.
All you hear them talking about is what they said on such and such podcast. What they said on such and such. That's all you hear about on First Take and all that. So it's dope that they creating more storylines. They creating more to talk about, and it's just good for the NBA in general. I think.
I agree.
That's pretty dope, man. So, I mean, that's the wrap up for the 2021-2022 NBA season. Like we said, the draft just happened, so off season about to start pretty soon. But you know, we can't leave the show without the famous Peas. You know, Fair to Compare. We gotta go there. And he said he got a spicy one, so let's go, Peas. Fair to Compare. Let's go.
Let's go, ladies. We call this the recap, but I'm telling you, man, I hope this one gonna be a spicy one. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a spicy one, man. And I'm gonna jump right into it. We've been talking about Steph all the episode, you know what I mean? Because he just won a ring rightfully. So I gotta keep it with Steph. He's a hot topic right now. So my question to y'all is, I brought it up back in, I guess, a few episodes ago where I was talking about LeBron and Shaq peak of their powers. Who would y'all build a franchise around? So two different positions, but you drafting, you a GM, but you seen both of them at the peak of their powers. You taking Steph, looking at all his career accolades, the way he changed the game and all that. You building this team around him. You can surround it with anybody you want to. Or you taking KD and surround him around it. Or you taking KD and surrounding him around with any players you want. Taking Steph at the peak of his powers and surround him with anybody. You taking KD, surround him with anybody.
I'm taking. Am I first?
Go ahead, Chino. You go.
Y'all, before you start, do you need me to give y'all stats or anything, or you just strictly good?
I'm straight.
I think Chino taking KD.
I'm definitely taking Kevin. I don't know your middle name, right? For real. For real.
That's a go ahead.
Because when you phrase the question like that, you gotta break those guys down to like the minimum of differences. And I think the most minimal but the biggest difference is their physical attributes.
Okay.
The length, speed, agility, mobility.
How they score.
Yeah, of Kevin Durant is just more advantageous to me than Steph.
Yeah. So let me ask you this then. So you pretty much just point out like the differences and like their size and stuff like that. But I said you can surround it with anybody.
Right. But anybody can be anybody for both teams. So if I have the same team of the same people on both teams, I got that's the only way I can pick one, because I can put so many people around them that is just like
who the best
team I can make this team better than this team by just adding a person that fit better with. You get what I'm saying? So same team, but the difference is them two. I'm taking K.
Taking KD?
Yeah, I think if you phrase it like that, you definitely gotta take KD. It's simply because he can score more ways than Steph, and he defend a little bit. He's taller. I mean, he can bring a little bit more to your team than Steph can physically. And he think the game as well. He a student of the game, so he kind of got the same thing Steph got, but he just taller and he bigger and he's more agile, all that. So
have we ever devil's advocate our own points?
No, but it's always a great time for it.
Because Steph is way more selfless than Kevin Durant. Which is, if we talking about winning, that's an ingredient. That just crossed my mind.
That's what I wanted to get to. Like the winning matters. So I hear about the length and all that other stuff, but
you are correct. It matters.
I mean, how many times has that equated to winning for Kevin Durant?
You are correct.
Great point.
You know what I mean?
He won was when he was with who?
Steph.
There we go.
But y'all saying putting them around, you can put whoever around them though at that point. So I think that's the difference. If you take them, their teams right now, you pick. Well, you can't even do that, bro. I don't know.
Because you gotta think, any team you put Kevin Durant on, he's reasonably able to think that he's the best player on that team.
Word.
or the most capable of hitting a game winner or taking a shot or making the decision. He gonna think that.
Yeah.
And he don't have the best history of doing that, of making the right play.
That's tough, bro.
Steph has literally sacrificed MVPs to win a championship. This is changing. I'm changing my own mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, bro. That's big. That's a real fan right there, and a real person that watched the game that's able to do that. So,
Chino, he elaborated on like the impact of the game, like Steph up there with LeBron and Jordan.
I gotta be honest with myself.
Yeah,
that's that's more of a difference than a physical attribute because the game is what 10% physical, 90% mental.
I would still probably have to
think about it though, girl. And I'm like I say, I'm trying to convince some people. Think about it. You got Steph on your team. That's your franchise player at the peak of his powers. The unanimous MVP or even this recent Steph Finals MVP.
I think this is the best Steph.
Back. Me too.
This final Steph.
Yeah, this had to be the best Steph over the unanimous MVP. I'll give Steph that. This definitely the best Steph I've seen ever.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, a quick question to you: have you ever seen a team triple team KD?
Not that I can recall, but I think they did.
I'm pretty sure at some point they did, but yeah, I don't remember it like I remember.
Well, have you ever seen a defense strictly, their whole defensive game plan was to stop KD personally? No,
because he always had somebody else on his team that you kind of had to worry about.
Now, like y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm over here lunching, but I think we've seen, even this finals run, like we've seen defensive setups to strictly stop Steph.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I would take that for my franchise, and I can give you Jordan, I can give me at the 2, I can give you Shaq at the 5. Like I would rather have that for my franchise because I don't care how many killers I got from the 2 to 5. Just do that to point guard. Like you always got to think about it. You know,
gonna shoot that. Steph gonna either or shoot it or make the right pass.
Yeah,
KD ain't swinging it.
Yeah, you put him on a team with Jordan, you can't have Kevin Durant on the same team with Jordan anyway. That don't make him shine, bro. So yeah, Steph will definitely shine on the team with Jordan. But I mean, I see what y'all saying.
Not wrong. I'm not trying to make you say that you're wrong.
Facts.
It's just not as easy as I made it out in my first.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's tough because you can surround them with anybody you want. So I can offset Jordan with Steph with somebody with KD, like a Magic with KD. Like that's crazy. Yeah. So you know what I mean. I think that's a tough one. I'm interested to see what the Hoopers I had to say about that because
it's a good one, piece.
That's a great one, and it's kind of even. Or like I said, the physical stature probably would give me KD. I think, but other than that. That's a tough one, bro. So, Hoopers, who y'all got, man? Peak of your prime. Peak of that primes, you can surround them with anybody you want to surround them, KD or Steph.
That's really tough.
That's a tough one right there, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm still thinking about that.
Tough piece. Yeah. That's a tough one, man. I had a conversation started, but I forgot it. I've been on this Grand Cormino, Kevin Hart. Shout out to them, man. I had some Lobos earlier.
That's the Kevin Hart joint?
Yeah, it's the Kevin Hart joint. Shout out Braun with the Lobos. That joint was fire. I had that one too. You know, I'm trying to support the black owned tequila companies. I'm a tequila drinker, so. But I just basically wanted my conversation starters was kind of about fatherhood and stuff like that and what y'all did for Father's Day, but we ain't got to jump into that if y'all don't want to. It's all good.
Yeah, facts. I had a great day.
Yeah, we had a great day. Cigars and tequilas, and we was celebrated. That's all we want. That's all we asked for. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I do got just funny little thing though. My only thing be on Father's Day though, bros. I will admit, it's a little joint. I can't remember the guy's name on Instagram, but it's like he had a video where it's like whatever goes on. Like I think his girl or his wife had asked him to open the door for him. Opened the door for her, and he was like, "Don't play with me. It's Father's Day."
No lie, definitely took big advantage.
So like on Father's Day, that's all I asked for, man. Like just let me make sure I know I feel that it's Father's Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just that's all we want is just to feel appreciated. You know what I mean? Father's Day don't really get a lot of love like the mothers do. You know, they get Valentine's Day. I think I saw something that said. Like we like jewelry too. You know what I mean? We like we don't like just ties and tools. we like stuff.
Yeah. My lady showed out though. I felt appreciated.
Yeah, that's all I asked for, and I definitely felt appreciated as well. My wife treated me to the Grand Cormino. I've been talking about it forever, so she definitely brought me the bottle. First bottle from Total Wines. They had to go go up to the warehouse to go get it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we definitely got that. I enjoyed it. So I definitely felt appreciated, man. My kids gave me the cards and all that stuff, so for sure.
Oh, bro.
Yes, sir, man. So, Bro Nation Hoops, man. The recap. This felt good, bros. For sure. And we gonna be back for the off season. We got some things in store for y'all that we gonna make happen. So y'all stay tuned, man. We still on the rise. We appreciate those that have been following us from the beginning. We appreciate those that's on board right now. And, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow us everywhere at Bro Nation Hoops. Everything, you know, YouTube, Instagram, all social medias everywhere. I mean, I'm Mardi Gras, my bro Chino to the right, my bro Peas to the left. And, you know, all us together, we make Bro Nation Hoops. So we appreciate the support. Y'all keep checking us out, man.